Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is Nicole from What CP Looks Like, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for my Facebook Live interview with my friend Kathy O'Connell from Radiant Abilities. I'm going to give people a chance to join in and remind you to make sure you download the free download that Kathy is offering, the 10 dating affirmations. I think that you will enjoy that. Hi Rochelle, thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a good day. And like I said, I'm going to just let people join us. And if you're here, you can type in the comments. You can say hi. Let me know that you're excited about tonight's interview, because I know I am. I actually was introduced to Kathy by a mutual friend of ours who happens to be my selective dorsal rhizotomy mentor. That's what I dubbed him, because he was just incredible. He's my friend, but he was also incredible to me during that time, and I will always think fondly about him. So that's how I was introduced to Kathy. And I am so happy to introduce all of you to her. And I'm just going to check while I'm on here if she has joined us. I don't think that she has yet. So I want to say hi to, I see Juliana is joining us, and there's two other people. I don't see your names, but I want to say hello and thank you so much for being here. So what do you guys think? We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about the challenges of dating with a disability, because it can be challenging, not only for everybody out there, but especially when you have a disability. So we're gonna talk about a lot of things tonight, and like I said, if you want to say hi, you can just say hi in the comments. And if Kathy's listening, yes, I'm gonna be sending you an invite, but you have to be watching on my page in order for me to do that, because right now I don't see that you're watching live. So once I see that you're here, I can invite you. And I want to say hi to some of the other people that are joining us. For some reason, I can only see the names of two of you right now, but I really do appreciate everybody for being here. And if you guys could right now just share this link so that people who want to join us, they can hop on and join the conversation. And also they can download Kathy's 10 dating affirmations as well. I put that link on the post directly. And Kathy also is going to be offering a free offer, a special offer, to my viewers exclusively. And this interview is actually another Facebook Live exclusive for me, because you all remember 3 weeks ago I interviewed Robin Cummins from World CP Day, and tonight I have an exclusive with my friend Kathy O'Connell. So I'm just going to message her back right now, and you guys, if you have any comments or anything, you can put them in there. I'll see them. I want to make sure that she knows that I'm here. So how's everybody doing, and what do you think of tonight's topic? Let me see if anybody's okay. My volume's all the way up. I'm not sure. Rochelle, is that better? I'll see it. Is that better? I'm just typing right now. 1 second, guys. Oh, okay. I do see. I was just responding to Kathy, but I see that she's here. So now I can invite her, and I will introduce her to everyone. So I'm just going to invite her now, and then I'm going to introduce her, except it won't. Oh, okay, great. Here we go, guys. You're going to get an invite. You're going to click a button, and then your face is going to pop up on the screen, and everyone's going to see you, and then I'm going to introduce you. So we should see Kathy. Ah, there she is. Kathy. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining me this evening. My viewers are so excited to meet you, and I cannot wait to talk about dating with a disability.
And I am so excited to meet them too. I love the comments that they shared a couple days ago.
Yes, they were enlightening, weren't they? They really were.
Yes. I'm gonna, it looks like I have a halo effect.
Well, good lighting. Everybody always wants good lighting, so that's better.
So that.
So I'm going to introduce you to everybody so they know a little bit about you.
Okay.
Kathy O'Connell is the director of RadiantAbilities.com, an online resource to increase self-esteem, develop confidence, and nurture empowerment for people with disabilities. She is also the author of the self-help book, Firewalk: Embracing Different Abilities, a personal development book for people with disabilities. Kathy's passion is helping people with disabilities in the areas of dating, relationships, and sexuality. Kathy has 20 years of experience as a counselor working on this topic with people with disabilities. She also struggled for years within the dating and relationship realm with the barriers her own disability presented. Her personal experience resulted in developing key beliefs, helpful strategies, and increased confidence that led to meeting her husband. Kathy is a certified rehabilitation counselor and licensed mental health counselor. She has degrees from Des Moines College and Syracuse University. So please help me welcome, just do a silent drum roll. Welcome my friend, Kathy O'Connell.
Thank you so much, Nicole, and thank you for all the shout outs about this important topic. And can I say you are the queen of social media when it comes to people with disabilities?
Oh, that is so nice of you to say. Thank you. I have equal admiration for you, and that's why I wanted to bring you on so people can learn about the important work that you do. So why don't you tell us about your company, Radiant Abilities, and the services you offer for all people with disabilities?
Okay, well, as you mentioned, I have 20 years of working as a counselor for people with disabilities. And that came from my passion of really just wanting to help people with disabilities to live the life they wanted to live, because in most cases your disability is with you a long time. So why not live the life you want to live, even though there may be a lot of unique barriers that get in the way? So what I had done, though, is I had taken my years of counseling and turned it into an online platform that is centered around three things: increasing self-esteem, increasing confidence, and enhancing a sense of empowerment for people with disabilities to live the life they want to live. And in the process of doing that, in my years of counseling, the number one need or issue that people had is dating and relationships.
Really?
Yeah, across the board. Yes. That you know, people are people, and we all have that natural desire to want companionship, someone to connect with, and quite honestly, the people I have worked with and myself at one time were just lonely, and not a lot of people talk to others about dating and being in a relationship when you have a disability.
Yeah, so guys, type in the comments. Do people talk to you about dating with a disability? We'd like to know if you've had the same experience. And Kathy, can you let everybody know what disability do you live with?
Well, I live with cerebral palsy. I recently heard, and that's not to offend anyone, but on World CP Day, we had a speaker, and she referred to it as the sexiest of all palsies.
Really? I love that.
I never heard that before.
I'll take it.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. So I just want to reiterate for people who may be joining us, although we are focusing on the topic of dating with a disability, your website is a full resource site for people with disabilities, for professionals, for caregivers, for families, for parents. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I can. When I began to look into developing this website, I want a resource online where people with disabilities who may be having a hard time trying to figure out what they want to do with their life could go to and get encouragement, inspiration. I'm one that I'm very much into claiming your disability as a vital part of who you are and owning it as something positive about you that only adds to who you are.
I know in your book you talk about embracing your disability, and you also talk about the shame that could also come with having a disability. So right. That's what I think you're referring to here. And how do you think, and as far as dating goes, that helps people once they see their disability as an asset, which I know you do?
Right. Well, let me tell you, one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about dating and disability is because I struggled myself for years with the social scene, not with friends, because I actually been lucky that once I got into college, the friendships were very easy for me. But in terms of dating and getting someone to, consider me as a potential dating partner, And I just heard from someone today who said to me, it's hard to get a first date. And I could so resonate with that because I think dating and disability is still very intertwined with the antiquated social concept of disability as less than. Which is a myth, but I think people in general, have a hard time seeing people with disabilities as some potential partners.
Why? Why do you think that is, and what do you think we can do to change that?
I think there's a lot of reasons why it is. I'll just touch on a couple of them. I think in general, our society and the media doesn't promote, a healthy, fulfilling relationship. I mean, look at that movie that came out a couple years ago, You or Me First.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was a lot of feedback about that movie. Yes.
Where
You before me? You before
you
me?
before me, thank you.
You're welcome.
Where he ultimately killed himself so she could be with someone quote unquote normal.
Wow.
And that was only 2 years ago that came out. So I think we had that. I think dating in general, for anyone is hard. I was just sitting with a couple of single women a couple weeks ago who don't have any disability, who were complaining about how hard it is to meet someone. So, and I do think, and the person that I teach is that for dating to be successful, a person has to really be comfortable with who they are as a person with a disability.
Yeah. And your free download will help people with that because it includes 10 affirmations, and we all know how powerful affirmations are.
Right. I given Nicole a link. If anyone's interested, I had developed a one-sheet download with 10 affirmations to help you feel more confident with a disability when you're going out there and dating, because that was the key in my own life, is that for years I struggled with, trying to get out there, dating, being rejected, and then taking the rejections inward, which I think a lot of people do, because we tend to think that when people are uncomfortable with us in the dating scene, that is about us, rather than it's simply about someone else's limitations and not ours.
Or someone else's inability to accept us and our disability.
Right, and for years, and I gotta say, I was always the person who wanted to date, who wanted to be in relationship. And as a young woman, encountering that discomfort, I really allowed it to get inside me and think, oh, then it mustn't be me who has the problem, rather than saying, no, you know what? It's not me. This is who I am. I have wonderful attributes, and my disability actually helps to enhance the person I am. And through a lot of therapy, I got to a point to where, I couldn't identify what I brought to a relationship and how my disability could enhance the relationship. And once I got to that point, it's when everything began to change for me.
So you met your husband, and then you started thinking that you wanted to help other people who may be in the same situation that you are in, struggling with trying to date and have a disability and accept their disability, and also put other people at ease with their disability. And then you created a course, right?
I did. And I know that this is a new concept in disability, but I wanted to create a resource that people could go to on their phone, laptop, computer, and get support, guidance, strategies to help break what I call the cycle of frustration when dating with a disability. This is something that I think I had when I was like 22, 23, it would save me years of heartbreak.
Wow. I just posted the link right now so people could go and check out. I know you have an exclusive offer for my viewers, so why don't you tell them about that?
Yes, and because Nicole was so great, and because I know you have a great community, for just your viewers, I'm giving them 50% off, and I have two versions of the course. One of them is the independent study, which of course means you sign up for the course, you pay for the course, and you get all the material, and you can go at your own pace through the material, and also join the private Facebook group with it. And then they have a premium version where you get the whole course and everything, but I also get on the phone with you 4 times to really help you work through unique situations or problems or challenges that you're encountering. So I'm giving you guys 50% off, and because they want to make it really affordable, you can pay in 2 payments. So in the end, depending on what version you get, your payments will be either $24 or $48, which is great for an online course. And the course includes downloads to really help you apply what you learn. And Nicole, if I could just touch briefly on my own story first.
Yes, please.
Because I think that will really help people. I did eventually meet my husband, and I gotta tell you, our first date was so rocky, and we met online, and we talked for a little bit online, but then I felt like he should meet me because, as a friend of mine said, they should really meet you to get the full effect of you. And so we met for dinner, and I could tell he was so uncomfortable with me having cerebral palsy. And we get to the end of dinner, and I'd say, so, how are you doing? Because I'm a bit proponent that you just should put the disability out there, particularly if you have a disability like mine that's very obvious. And I said to him, how are you doing? And his eyes welled up with tears and began streaming down his face. And I'll be honest, in that moment, I took in the breath and I thought, I am never dating again if I make someone cry. But I was able in that moment to make it not about me and to really stand in my power and to say to him, you know what, I know you're uncomfortable, and this is who I am. And cerebral palsy is a part of the package. So I would love to get to know you more and date you, but if you're too uncomfortable, then that won't work. And we left it that he would think about it and get back to me. And the very next night he emailed me and said, you know, I really don't know about this. I really don't know if I can date someone with a disability, but what I do know is you're so confident that I got to get to know you.
Wow.
And 2 years later, we were married. But that was a truly defining moment in my life because it taught me if you stand in your power and really own your disability for a vital part of who you are, then you will draw good people to you. And that's essentially what I teach in my course.
And I can vouch for the course because I purchased your course, and I want to let everybody know that the material that you get, you have access to it for life. Exactly. Right. Yeah. That's important for people to know because, like Kathy said, there are worksheets. Well, there's also videos, and she talks to you, and then there's a worksheet, and you talk about everything from how to write an online dating profile, how to, embrace your strengths and write them down and really get a sense of who you are so that you can come across as a confident person when you go out and date. So there's a lot of wonderful information in the course. Not only that, but like Kathy said, she coaches you. She talks to you on the phone. I've talked to her many times. It's been a long time, but that's why I wanted to bring her on. So I hope you guys go to the pinned post, check out the 2 versions that she's offering us tonight. She's offering you guys half off because she loves me and I love her. She's, extending that to us. And Kathy, people are asking online about your book. People can find your book on your website, correct?
Yeah, so that we I got
this is the book.
Again, the book.
We both have it.
Yeah, so they can get in my website. They can also go to Amazon.
Okay, I'll put it in the comments. But Kathy signed mine for me, which
Yeah,
I
from my website, I'll be happy to sign it for
oh
anyone.
great! I'll put your website in the comments right now. In fact, Kathy's book was so fantastic that I passed it on to my therapist.
Wow.
Just for general reading, not anything having to do with me that we would talk about. I mean, if we needed to, we can. But Kathy, you guys could tell she's just a real person. She's just like us, but she happens to be a professional woman. That's why I wanted to bring her on to give you an example of somebody with a disability. It's even better because she happens to have cerebral palsy, and my page is called "What CP Looks Like." She is what CP looks like, but she's shattering those stereotypes. She has 2 degrees. She's a mental health counselor. She's a rehabilitation counselor. People might think, well, how could she do that? She has a disability. Well, she did, and so can you if there's something that you want to do out there, including dating. And that's why she has made it her life's work to teach people the tips and the strategies that she knows will work, because she was frustrated like a lot of us are, and she learned what to do and what not to do, and now she wants to help you succeed in dating. And Kathy, I want to ask you, because it came up in the chat the other night, you know, when you meet somebody and if you have a disability, you might not know, do I mention the disability? When do I mention it? What do I say? How did you handle that?
Well, I think I have actually what I consider the benefit of not being able to hide my disability. However, I will say, I never wanted to just talk to someone on the phone, because I feel they had to meet me, because obviously my voice is affected, and I felt like that might not give them the accurate perception of who I was. But I would say if your disability is not obvious, then you gotta find your own comfort level for bringing that up. Oh, I also do want to mention that as I said, I did online dating before I met my husband, and I did always put it on my profile, because I was just at a point in my life where I did not want to play games, and I wanted it out there so that I could weed through the guys who would not be comfortable with
Right.
it.
Let me
But
check.
on
Go ahead.
that note, I will say beware, because many people don't read the old profile.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah, that's true. Let me just take a minute to check in with everybody. How's
Okay.
everybody doing? And I want to ask if everyone's okay with it. We're gonna go a few extra minutes, because it took a couple extra minutes to get Kathy on with us, and I know that we still have some things that we want to talk to you about. So if you guys are okay with us extending this conversation, just give me a thumbs up, or heck, hit the heart button. Let's see those hearts go on the screen, because I've worked very hard to be able to bring her to you guys, and I want to be able to bring you more interviews like this with people who are changing the perception of people, not only with cerebral palsy, but people with disabilities in general. And the topic of dating is very important because nobody really talks about it. And here's Kathy, a woman who's lived it. Her personal story is proof. And this is what she wants to do. She wants to help people because she doesn't want to see them go through the same struggles that she went through. And she also knows that you can live fully with a disability. That is one of her main beliefs in life, and she talks about it a lot in her book. And I think that that's why she offered the free download of the affirmations, because she knows that affirmations can really help people.
And Nicole, can I say something before I forget? For people who are interested in the course, if you go to the link, you will be shown several payment options. If you want to look for the payment option that says what CP looks like.
Right. Yes. I forgot to mention that. Yes. Yes. So in order to get the offer that she's giving us exclusively, make sure you click on one of those two options where it says for people who viewed the What CP Looks Like chat. It says something like that. I have a question from one of our viewers, Kathy. Wendy asks, and this comes from Wendy's daughter, how do you keep from feeling like a charity case?
Well, I don't let anyone use me in that way, is number one. And I guess I would love to know from Wendy, if she could tell me more about what she means by that. Does she mean having people pity me?
Well, sorry, I don't know if you heard me, but the question came from Wendy's daughter. I'm not sure how old her daughter is.
Oh, okay.
So, Wendy, if you can type in the comments how old your daughter is and, you know, answer Kathy's question, we can come back to you and talk about that a little bit more. But Kathy, I also wanted to ask you, so, you know, you're all about positivity and embracing your disability and owning who you are as a person and going out there and being confident so you can attract the right person, because if you put positive energy out there, hopefully that's what you'll get back. But if you put negative energy out there, you're going to meet people that really aren't going to be right for you. Right. So let's say that we take your advice and we write an online profile and we put our disability in the profile, and then we meet somebody and we tell them that we have a disability and it doesn't go well.
And then, you know, I would suggest that you keep in mind that a lot of people without disabilities have many dates that don't go well. I have many dates that didn't go well, and I know that it's so hard in the moment because you hurt. But, and I can say that someone being on the other side, every date that does not go well leads you to the one that will.
That's great. That really, because, you know, you touched on it earlier. You went through the process and you were meeting people and they really weren't giving you a chance. And I can imagine that that started to take a toll on you. And I know from the chat that I had the other night, people were talking about that. Like, well, you know, one person, I think her name was Melissa, she might be listening now. She said that potential partners, they don't think that she could contribute to a relationship because of her limitations. I think she may be a wheelchair user, so that may be part of it. But I mean, what do you say to that? Because it's you know,
I say that they have a lot of their own limitations that are bigger than using a wheelchair.
Right, they have limitations up in their mind. Yeah. You know, they can't see that everybody has gifts that we can bring to a relationship, to society. It's just people have to be open to seeing us for who we are. And of course, you know, there are instances where people with more severe disabilities, they need a lot of help, and maybe potential partners may think that they have to be a caregiver or a caretaker. Did you ever run into that?
You know, I before I met my husband, I had years before I met my husband, I had I would say, a serious relationship, which I would say too young at the time to realize how unhealthy it was. But there was a day when he said to me, "Oh, we go out, and I wonder if people think I'm your caretaker or that I'm your staff."
Oh,
And again, I think, it takes a person who is really comfortable with themselves to really not care what people think. That if you're a caretaker or a staff or not. And I will say my husband does a lot, not necessarily for me, but in terms of maintaining our home. And we do have a little boy. So he does a lot of physical stuff. But then again, I do what I can with the organization, with like being the contact for this and that, for planning. So it's more a matter of, okay, if you can't do the physical aspects in the relationship, what are the things you can do? Because then we all have our talents and our things that we're good in, and that's part of what I touch on in the course. Is once you do meet someone, there's going to be ongoing issues about the disability, how it impacts the relationship, and you're always talking and negotiating and problem solving and working your way through it.
and that's a part of any relationship when you think about it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's really the point of us coming here tonight, is to talk about something that really isn't talked about, because there's many facets to all of us, and we're just like everyone else. We want to love, we want to be loved, we want to date, we might want to get married, we might want to have children. We're no different than anybody else. It's just a matter of society catching up to that and not always portraying us in the media as people who, quote, suffer with enter any disability you want. But because I have cerebral palsy, we suffer with cerebral palsy. Kathy's message is completely different. She urges people to say, if it resonates with them, that they live with cerebral palsy.
Yes. I no longer say I have cerebral palsy. I live with cerebral palsy because, for better or worse, usually for better, it is like my lifetime companion. So I'm in it for the long haul with CP. So again, how am I going to live the life I want in this body that has cerebral palsy?
And I want to remind everybody that you actually wrote a fantastic blog post that I posted on my page, but I want them to go to your website, and I put the website in the comments. I want them to go and read the blog post about why you don't have cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And while you're at it, guys, I also posted her Facebook page. Please go there and give her a like, support what she's doing, and just do that, because we all support each other in this community. And Kathy will, if you have any questions about her course or anything, she will be happy to answer your questions. But I wanted to ask you a question on behalf of the parents of children with cerebral palsy or any other disability may be listening, because I wanted to make sure that they know that your website is chock full of resources. But I noticed in my chat the other night that some people were saying that they have, one woman she had twin daughters, I think, and one of the daughters has CP, and she's struggling with meeting somebody. And I was just wondering what advice you have for parents who worry that their kids won't be able to find love due to a disability.
Okay, and thank you so much for asking that, because that is something that I love to talk about, because I know parents worry about this. And it's very natural that you worry about it. But I would encourage you, the most helpful thing you can do with your child is to talk to them about how they can date, how they can have relationships. In my work, I have seen so many families just not talk about it, and it really had some devastating effects on the person with a disability. And I often encourage families to think about, as hard as it can be at times, because you don't want your kids to be vulnerable, but think about dating and relationships as a self-esteem issue, because if you think about anyone, dating and relationships are a natural part of life, and that's how we get joy and fulfillment. So I know families will want that for their children, and it may be harder to get, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. And we heard back from Wendy. Remember Wendy earlier in our conversation? Wendy says her daughter is 18 and she feels her dates have been pity dates, that the guys who are going out with her are doing it just to be nice.
Oh, okay, I get that.
But they don't see it as a serious date. So do you have any advice for Wendy and her daughter?
Yes, I think your daughter should probably begin saying no to those dates, and that would give her daughter a sense of empowerment, and that she is not to be pitied because she has so much to offer, and it could take a while, but I think when the daughter senses what I'm going to call a pity date, then she should say no, because then that's going to help her self-esteem so much more than going on one of those dates. And maybe, I don't know, if she knows the boy well enough for her to say, hey, I would like to go out with you, but I don't want you pitying me because I don't need that.
Right, exactly. And like I said in the chat the other night, we shouldn't settle.
Right.
And I know that, again, all of the things we talk about, a lot of them are universal for anybody, but specifically when you talk about people who have disabilities, we can already feel, I'll just say, some of us might not, but we feel like people are judging us because of the way that we walk or the way that we talk or something else about if we have a physical disability that people can see. So if somebody does express interest, there may be people who are watching that feel like, well, you know, someone's interested, so I should just go, even if they're not even interested in that person.
Right.
And that's a lot of the work that you do too. Is you have to know within yourself, what do you want? What kind of partner are you looking for?
Right. And that's a lot the court says they take a whole module to help you get clear on what you're looking for, because we don't just want to have a warm body there. We want someone who we're going to feel joy and fulfillment on. And that's something I also have seen in my work, is so that people will gravitate to anyone just to be with someone, versus really looking at what type of person they want to be with. What are the attributes they are looking for in another person?
I agree. And Rochelle says that she thinks that they're just uncomfortable with us, and maybe it's a situation that they're not used to, or they don't always know how to react, or they just don't understand, because as we know, cerebral palsy is the most common disability in childhood, yet it's the one that's talked about the least.
Right.
So nobody really knows anything about
it. Right. But I can, and you know, people are uncomfortable, and people will probably always be uncomfortable. But in my experience throughout my life, the more comfortable I am with myself, and despite how anyone else feels, the more people are drawn to me, because then they see my ease with myself, so that puts them at ease.
Well, I was drawn to you once I started reading your work, and then I had the opportunity to speak with you. You're just a wonderful person. So I didn't care if you had a disability or what it was, or but it obviously connected us because we do share the same disability, and it's nice to talk to somebody who gets it, who understands it.
Right.
Because most people don't. They think they do. I mean, there's people in my life who like to tell me what, just they think they know things about CP, and they're really way off base. They just
right.
So, but I wanted to see if anyone, do you mind taking some questions? If people have questions about the course or anything, let me see if they have comments for you, because I know people are really enjoying our chat. Guys, so I'm going to scroll through the comments and see what you guys are saying. And please give us a thumbs up, give us some likes. Let us know that you're enjoying this conversation.
And Nicole, while you go through the comments, I just want to share with people, never give up, because I did not get married until I was 41.
So there's hope for me, Kathy?
And then forever, I always wanted a family. And of course, being married at 41, I did not have time on my side. But I did have miracles on my side, and at age 43, one day we got a call to adopt a 1 month baby boy.
That's so great.
never give up and always look for miracles.
That's right.
Happen, and if you have a vision for your life, hang on to that, because you never know how it can unfold for you.
That's right. I never thought I would be here interviewing someone like yourself, an expert and an accomplished woman, about dating, with a disability. I turned into an advocate after I had my SDR surgery. So you're right. It's nothing that I planned, but that's what happened, and I'm trying to make the best of that and bring some really good information to people.
Right.
And guess who's listening? Your friend Tim says, Kathy's been the sweetest friend since we met in grade school.
Oh, hi, Tim. I know exactly who that is.
That is great. And my sister says she wants to know if your book is in Barnes & Noble. If it's not, it should be, because you should benefit financially for your great work.
Unfortunately, it's not in Barnes & Noble, but I think it may be online at Barnes.
Yeah, I know how that is, being a self-published author myself. Your book just doesn't get into Barnes & Noble. Yeah, I've got a story about that one too. So let me see what else people are. Charisse Hogan says, she always mentions her disability, and she explains it in her profile and on dating sites. So
great, more power to you.
Yeah. And Rochelle says she always mentions it, although her CP is not obvious until she walks, and she jokes about it and says that it's her catwalk. That's funny. Nate, I don't know if you know Nate or not, but Nate says, good info, keep it up. And Nate, I don't recognize your name, so I think you're new here. I want to welcome you. Thank you for joining us. So, are there any final thoughts that you have for people, Kathy, in terms of trying to go into dating with a confident mindset, and how can what you teach help us, and how is it different really from any other dating course out there?
Well, number one, when I developed the online dating course, I could not find any other dating course for people with disabilities.
Wow.
And I really looked for one. So, and I think what makes my work different in this area is my focus on confidence and self-esteem, because I think once you have that can help with not just in dating and relationships, but it can help with so many other things. That actually, I have a counselor, a colleague, who bought the course and did it with her clients, and she told me that one woman got through the course and felt so good about herself, she began turning down dates because she realized she was happy with who she was on her own. So.
That's great. That must make you feel so good, because look what you did. You're a pioneer. You created something that didn't exist, and now all of us get the benefit of your information, and we really appreciate everything that you're bringing to the world, because it's so needed, and even when that chat, which you were surprised at the comments as well, you could tell that it was a topic that people really want to talk about, and they really need solid tips and solid advice. And you're someone you've gone through it. You didn't just decide, oh, well, I'm just going to create this course. You saw a problem and you found a way to solve it.
Yes, and I do want to say that I know that it's new, and it's a new concept to offer a product to people with disabilities, but I do believe that with some investment in time and money and energy, that so many good things can happen. And, living the life you dream about doesn't take some work and dedication, but that's what makes it all possible.
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself and that you deserve whatever it is that you want, but particularly we're talking about dating, that you deserve love because it's a human need and everyone deserves to be loved, including people with disabilities, even though for some reason, other people in society might just think that we don't have the same needs and wants as everybody else, but we do.
Yeah, yes, and there's so much we have to offer. Another piece I get into on my course is that because of your experience of living with adversity, living with a disability, that experience is transferable to relationships. You probably have things in your character from living with a disability that are very useful in relationships, like determination, pursuing what you want, communication.
I agree. Yeah, and it's that mindset that if once you shift the mindset around, then you begin to attract people that will see you for who you are and not focus on your disability and your limitations. And sometimes we just need someone who can share that with us, and you're that person because you've been through it and you know what it's like, and you also want people to succeed. So I think what you're doing is great. I'm reading the comments, and Wendy says her daughter is listening, and that was exactly what she needed to hear.
Oh, wonderful.
She says, I think things will be different once she is out of high school. Well, Wendy, you are the reason. People like you, that's why we came on Facebook Live tonight, because we wanted to encourage people out there with disabilities who may want to date and they're unsure about how to go about it, or they have been dating, but they're frustrated. Kathy's here to help you. So go to the pin post, check out her course, and make sure you look at the 2 options that are just exclusively for what cerebral palsy looks like viewers. It says right on there, because you'll use that as the code if you want to buy either of the options, and I hope you do, because the material is fantastic. You have it for life. You can always, at any time, any of the worksheets that you want to do over, just, because we change as we age, or we want to improve in our life, not just in dating, but her work is, it's not just dating, it's the whole person, and she puts it together so that you come away from the material feeling good about yourself and what you have to offer. So even if you don't meet someone right away, because it can take time, you feel good about yourself, and that's the whole point of it. Because if you feel good about yourself and you go out and meet people, chances are they're going to feel good about you too.
Exactly. That sums it all up, Nicole. Yes. It's all about increasing your own self-esteem and confidence so that you're feeling good, because once you feel good, then the right people are drawn to you. They just want to be with you.
Well, I want to extend it. Would you be willing to come back another time? Because
I would love to.
Because I'm reading some of the comments, and this was one that came to my mind before. Charisse says that the thing that has scared her is how many people her age, and Charisse, I believe, is 24, assume that she can never have kids on her own, or that she can pass on cerebral palsy to future children.
Oh, well, we all know cerebral palsy is not hereditary. And that, it's at Cherie, what?
Charisse.
Charisse, I know that so many women who use wheelchairs, I don't know if you do or not, who have had multiple babies. Just in mind, so don't allow that thinking to get into you, because that's really just people speaking their fear.
Charisse is amazing. You probably saw her on World Cerebral Palsy Day's website, because she was a part of their what do they call it? Their screen reel last year. She's a YouTuber. She does so much great work for the cerebral palsy community. She's fantastic. You probably want to check out her channel. So I want you to come back sometime, because I think we can have another fabulous discussion about, I'm sorry, I'm just going to put it out there, but all the stupid things people say to us. There's so many misconceptions. It's just, and sometimes, I get frustrated myself, and I think it would be great to have a discussion about how do you handle that? How do you come back when someone says something just really ridiculous? But I think that would be fun.
I call it respectfully not giving a care. I have a more colorful word for it at PG, but really it's about learning not to care, because people who are going to say things like that, really it's a reflection of how they are not comfortable with who they are.
Yeah, like I know Robert posted a comment on your page, and I don't know if he's listening, but in the chat he said that frequently in his life he comes across women who tell him that he embarrasses them because of his cerebral palsy, and I told him that he's around the wrong people.
Yeah, and they are women who can be embarrassed by anything, and they're just putting it on him that it's about the CP. It's not really about that.
Right.
Yeah. So no, I would love to come back, Nicole.
Oh, let me just see if I got everybody's. Okay, Tara says, as a woman with cerebral palsy, I'm loving these ladies. Thank you. Because I worked very hard to bring this to you, and I manage my page myself. Kathy, she's her own businesswoman, so she's her own one-woman show as well, and it looks easy, but it's a lot of work. But we love what we do. And Robert is listening, because he commented and he said that he's heard over and over that, quote, babies, unfortunately this is what somebody has said to him, babies will come out crippled like me, end quote.
And they won't, Robert.
No, that's a terrible thing to say. People are just, I don't know. I can't comment because I'll get upset, you know what I mean? But, and my friend Farah, she says great discussion. And she said, uneducated people are the worst. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Thanks, Farah.
And it's not just uneducated. These are people who are fearful. They're fearful about anyone being different. So they're going to project it on someone with the obvious and different.
Right. Because I said the other night that let's just be honest, our society doesn't take well to anyone that is seen as different or less than for whatever reason.
Right.
It could be a physical disability, it could be something else. It's just
right. Right, right.
You know,
And
and
unfortunately, we're in a climate now where that's escalated for everyone. So now more than ever, we need to be strong with who we are and keep putting it out there because that's really the only way we're going to heal this division about differences.
yeah, because everybody has some type of difference. It doesn't even have to be a disability. It just, for us, if we have a physical one, that is more noticeable because some disabilities are invisible, and people who have those disabilities have a whole host of other issues.
Right.
People with chronic pain and lupus, oh, you look fine. You look great. You must be fine. Well,
Yeah.
no, they're actually not. But so it's the same thing, but the flip side of the same coin.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything that you want to say to my listeners?
I just want to thank everyone that's been such a great discussion, and just again want to tell people to not give up, to believe in what's possible. If you have a vision for your life and how you want to be, please hang on to it because you never know what miracles are coming your way. And when you do work on yourself and going for that vision for your life, you will be shocked by all the good things that can come your way.
On a final note, what would you say to people who they don't have a lot of support? Because I know growing up, you had a great family and you had a lot of support, but some people don't have the same experience. So do you think that they too can have the life that they want, even though they may not have the support that they want?
Yes, and I do think, you don't need a ton of support. If you have a few good people in your life who really believe you and support you, then that can go a long way. And also, again, that's why I created my website, my courses, so that you have online support to help you.
The Facebook group.
Right,
Facebook.
the Facebook group, my Facebook page, if people want to go there.
Yes.
So,
And also back to your website, I want to remind people again, Kathy's website, radiantabilities.com. Please go there and check it out because not only will you find blog posts, but you will find there's a resource section. There's resources for people with disabilities, for parents, families, even professionals. Like she said, one of her colleagues took the course and I think shared it with a client, and that helped her. So it's, even though she does offer a great course on dating and that's what she's an expert in, she also knows the resources to give to people who feel like they don't know where to turn.
right, right. And I do on my website have a few other mini courses. One is in particular to people with disabilities and living the life you want to live. And then I have another couple ones for families of children with disabilities.
Yeah, I mean, you have some videos on there. She has, some free videos and free resources that you can watch, and even there's printable sheets as well, because I've been to her site a lot, and
Right.
that's why I want to encourage you guys, even though I'm gonna have her back, because we can talk about a lot of different things. I want to make sure that when you get off this broadcast, I want you to like her Facebook page because I put it in the comments. And then I want you to, if you're interested in the course, go to that link that's also in the comments. It's the pinned comment, and check out the two options and connect with her because she really wants to help you. and she's really just a great person. I'm so glad that I was able to meet her. And in fact, Facebook that's how we connected, because before I brought you onto the broadcast, I told everybody that a mutual friend of ours who was my SDR mentor, he told me about you.
Right.
And I would not have met him through Facebook, and then I wouldn't have met you. So we really have a great community here, and we all support each other. And now I want you to support Kathy, and let's all just support each other like we always do, and educate at the same time. Because I have a website too, NicoleLuongo.com, and it's all about cerebral palsy awareness and education.
Yes, and Nicole, thank you for all you're doing to help people with this, with mainly cerebral palsy.
You're
And
welcome.
bringing to light how much adults with CP still need help, and that
Yes.
dramatically overlooked.
Oh, yes, that's something that all the time, I'm talking to people about on Facebook, and it's such a source of frustration for those of us who are adults, because we just can't get any help, and it's
Right.
it really needs to change. I'm not sure how far we're moving the needle, but we're trying. Every March, Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, every October, World Cerebral Palsy Day, we're all trying to do something, but society needs to catch up.
Right. And they will, but we gotta keep leading the way.
Yes, that's right. We got to keep leading the way. Well, Kathy, I just want to thank you again. This was great, and I hope that we could do this again sometime. In fact, somebody who wanted to be listening couldn't listen, and he asked me on Facebook, "Oh, are you guys going to do this again?" I said, "Well, you can watch it. I want to make sure people understand it's going to be on my Facebook page. Then I'm going to put it on my website. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. I know Kathy's going to share it out as well. So people can watch it whenever they want. Don't feel like you missed it. It's just we're live now, and then when we're not live, I post it on my page, and you'll be able to watch it whenever you want. And guys, please do us a favor. Please share this information.
Yeah.
Share this link to this video. Share Kathy's Facebook page. If you liked what she talked about and you like what she's doing, please share it, because that's how other people get the benefit of her knowledge and her courses.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for all you're doing. Thank you, all you who are watching. I so appreciate you being here. And please know I would love to hear from each of you. If you care to jump over and leave a comment on my page, I would love to just hear who you are.
Yeah, let her know after you like her page. Go over there, because as someone who I manage my page too. You guys saw how many videos I brought you a video earlier. I asked you to share the link, and it's one person can't do it all. So we all need to work together and share the information so that more people can be aware that people with disabilities matter. We're out there, and we have strengths and gifts just like everybody else. So if you liked what we did here, share it out for us. We'd really appreciate it. Give Kathy's page a like. And, well, if you haven't liked my page, please like my page too. Okay. All right, Kathy. So I'm going to sign off.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Bye. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye to Kathy there. Wasn't she great, guys? I just want to hear what you guys have to say before I say goodbye. But didn't you just love her? Let me see if anyone else is typing anything in the comments. So before I say goodbye, just let me know. What did you think? Did you enjoy the discussion? I know I had a great time. Let me just see if I missed anything. Cherise, I'm so glad that you joined us. I'm glad that you liked it. Rory, you're welcome. Just scrolling through here. I think I said hi to everybody, but just in case I didn't. You're welcome, Nate. Elizabeth, thanks for watching. Just scrolling through. Marshall, how are you? Thanks for watching. Liz, how are you? Thanks for watching. Marshall talks about that's the thing with cerebral palsy. People can physically see that we have a condition, and we always get people that ask questions and and stare at us. And the thing is with relationships is that if that person truly loves you, they should love you from what's within. God bless my wife. She has put up with me. And Marshall, that is just a great comment, because that's the point of our conversation this evening, is that if somebody loves you, they should love you for who you are and not focus on your limitations, but focus on what you can do, which is one of the reasons why I created What Cerebral Palsy Looks Like, to show the world that people with cerebral palsy can do a lot of things that people think we can't do, we can do. And sometimes we have to do things differently, but we still get them done. So that's the point, isn't it? I think somebody else left a comment. Let me just scroll down again. Juliana says she was so amazing and her speaking voice is great. Thanks, Juliana. All right, guys. Well, I will just give you just maybe a minute or so if anyone wants to add anything else real quick. But if not, then I'm going to say goodbye. And remember, there's that free download for the 10 dating affirmations that Kathy is offering us. So all you have to do is sign up for that, and it'll go directly to your inbox. And then what do I want you to do? I want you to, if you haven't liked my page, like my page, go to Kathy's page and like her page. And check out our course, because the information is great. And if you're struggling and you want help with dating and relationships, and particularly self-esteem, so that you can go out into the world and be confident, work with her, because she will help you. All right, guys. I don't think anybody else has any other comments or questions, but I thank you for joining me and sticking with us, because we did go a little bit longer than we anticipated, but the conversation was really going so well, and I knew that you would want to hear more from Kathy. So I appreciate it, and I look forward to bringing you another great guest sometime in the future. And please, guys, share this video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for helping me show the world what CP looks like.